Okay, so I've been setting up this roleplay game in Alchemy Virtual Tabletop, and I want to show you something that's really actually very frustrating and almost deal-breaking if I wasn't already financially invested. So this is something they really need to fix, actually. So here we have, I've just dragged a random NPC into this bar. Okay, so if we want to make it a token here, we can sort of right-click it and we can choose token, and then it generates a token, and bam, here it is. So now this token, we can play as this token and do all sorts with it. Now, let's just say we want multiple of this token on here. So the first thing I attempted to do that would have made sense was to just generate token again. Bang, and here, look, we've got another one. Ooh, look at that. Lovely, right? Token. And as many as you want. Okay, here we go. We've got 3 NPCs now. Cool. Brilliant. There it is in the initiative. They can all go at the same time. Bang, done. Just like a, pen and paper at the table, right? Now, here's the problem. If we play as this here Skelly, right? In fact, we can already see that the health is gone from the previous battle, which is another actually annoying thing that stuff carries over between them all. So you're sort of already seeing the issue here. Let's just raise the HP, right? Okay, cool. So that's gone up. So that was that one. Now if I go on this one here and let's say 5 or something, right? We'll make it lose 5 HP. Now if I go to the left one and click it, you can see it's also lost the 5 HP. And why would that be? It's because they're all bloody linked, because they're the same thing, because I generated token and token and token. So they all share the same fate, basically, which is the same tracking state, which is completely unfeasible. This is no good. So that was the first annoyance. And if they could just have that, not do that, then that would be great. So remove. Okay, cool. So then the other thing we could do is like generate more NPCs, and there's a couple of different ways to do it. You can view the NPC, go into the edit, and then go into here and then click duplicate. What it then does is it closes your window, so you can't do bloody very much else. You can't do multiples. It's just created an extra one here that starts hidden, right? And if we want to move that into the shown section now, that's fine. And now if we generate a token and pop this in, so that's the one to the right. So now the one on the left, let's do it some damage. Boop, 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 like that. So now that should be fine. The one on the left should have that damage, right? And the one on the right should have a completely different state. Yeah, there it is. So there's the one on the right. Even though I can't just click it with that on and it actually update to the new bar, so I've just clicked the left one, but it's very sort of sluggish. I click the left one and it still is connected to the right one. So I'd have to go down here and then click play for it to actually register. Now it's registered, you see. There's the other one. So anyway, look, the two are now different, right? Cool. And we can also do it another way with, add NPC and, I don't know, start typing that in, skeletal. Boop. In fact, it didn't even find skeletal. So that's amazing. Why didn't that even work? You know what I mean? Now it is. If I type scare, that's fine. And then if I click add here, I can add multiples. But when I add it this way, let's just say add 4, right? Boop. Now watch what it does. Now it does a numbered version here, and it loads them all as hidden. 1, 2, 3, 4. But either, and that will all act as separate anyway. But yet, it's silly that there's 2 kinds of ways of doing it, because if I hit duplicate, it's just the same name duplicated. And if I just add NPCs, it'll be numbers, but they'll all act the same and they'll all be separate health at least, right? These will be as well, the 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. But now you might see a problem, because if I hit initiative, now we've got an issue. So we've got skeleton here, we've got player, 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 and then we've got skeleton again, player, skeleton, player. And now imagine if all these were here as well in there, they'd all be in the initiative. And of course you only want one initiative turn for everything of the same type, right? So you'd be going down through your initiative, and it's making it really long. And I've pressed it, by the way, and that was the delay on it. Press, delay, press, delay. There's just all annoying shit, basically. And so I don't know what you'd do. You'd sort of like, you'd say, oh, okay, the skeleton's been, yeah? And as soon as the first one in the turn has been, that's it, just ignore all the others. Well, why should I have to ignore all the others? You know, they're in the way. It's also the same problem with offline players, by the way. It's going to load all of them, all the ones not playing in the session. Really frustrating. And if we were to like try and get rid of this from the tracker in some way, or from the initiative track, if we were to get rid of it, I mean, if it had a token here and we were to, delete the additional ones, it would actually delete the tokens here. It would kill them off and leave like a shadow token with nothing on it anymore. So that's really frustrating. So it's pretty poor, actually. So we're sort of left with, this complicated looking initiative tracker that we have to just ignore all the additionals of that type. So they need to get on this. They need to either get on with some sort of toggle option where you can just right click and add more tokens from the same thing, and then those tokens not have linked status. And I don't really know what else to do other than just sort of run this with multiples in the initiative, and it slowing down the game engine as well, by the way, the whole play experience, because there's multiple in here. It's just really bad, actually. So yeah, there we are.